everybody, welcome back to my channel and welcome to a new video. For today's video, we will be making another Monster High custom. Yay! Monster High dolls are definitely my favorite ones to customize just because of their unique sculpts and the fun skin tones, and I was definitely excited to work with this doll. This is a 17-inch Frightfully tall Jellington Gloop doll. Probably didn't say it right. Should have looked it up. After my last video, my absolutely insane Monster High haul, I received a second Jellington Gloop doll, so I turned my first one into a custom. So she was really fun to work with. I've never worked with a doll of these proportions, so you know, it was a fun project. Definitely recommend. And for this doll, I had a lot of thoughts in my head. I had a lot of thoughts. I really wanted to do a sort of checkerboard pattern, and my original sketch definitely reflected that more than how I ended up going. But I did give her half black, half white hair. I did a complete face up. Like, I have been having issues doing face ups forever, and you can tell because my face ups aren't the best quality out there. I was not aware that you had to do multiple coats of Mr. Super Clear. I just thought you had to do one, and I thought something was wrong with how I was, like, my pencils or something. And then I was watching a video with one of my favorite doll artists out there, Hextian. Amazing. Definitely go watch his stuff. And he just, like, offhandedly mentioned 3 coats of MSC, and I was like, 3 coats? Okay, I've been doing it wrong. Makes total sense, and it was so much easier to draw on her face. So she's actually up here right now. So we are going to be making this doll start to finish. As we always do, I'll show you guys the entire process. And you don't want to hear me talk anymore? Let's watch the video. So here we go. So for pretty much every doll I do sketch out my basic design. And for this doll, I was originally going to use some of the original fashion pieces, such as the shoulder pads. I wanted her to have a lot of checkerboard, the black and the white, so forth, and I really wanted her to have multicolored eyes and big puffy hair. So here she is, and I was absolutely just like, I was laughing at how large she is, because I've never worked with a doll of this dimensions, and the fact that she's literally longer than my forearm, it had me cracking up. So the first thing I do, as always, is I'm going to go ahead and remove her hair, just cut close to the scalp, and it was a bit of a process, big handfuls of hair, and I would have liked to save the hair because it is a nice color, but it was rather sticky and just dirty in general. So after removing all of her hair, I dunked her in some boiling water to make the head soft so I could remove it. And then I used a screwdriver to scrape out the plugs, but her head broke. So that was fun. I, in fact, ended up having to basically cut the hairs down as far as I could and reach in through the split. I then used 100% acetone to wipe off her factory paint, which was actually being pretty stubborn. Had to really scrub at it. And it looks like there's a spot on her face that I can just simply not remove. There was this one stain on her face I could just not get off no matter what I did, so I just decided to move on from there. I went ahead and used an X-Acto knife to remove the drips off of her ears. And it was kind of hard, so I ended up heating up the head a couple times and just going at it from there. One ear turned out a lot better than the other, to be honest. But, I mean, what can you say? I also used the X-Acto knife to remove the drip details on her hands, as well as her forearms and her neck. And I later went at it with my electric nail file, which it worked, but it probably not the best tactic. And then I placed her head back on. And because of the split in her head, I went ahead and went in with some super glue just to close it back up. Then I primed her face with 3 coats of MSC, 3, and started drawing. I used my watercolor pencils and was amazed at how easily they glided on. I just sketched out her eye shape as well as her lips and made sure to give her the checkered detail that I had wanted so badly in my original sketch. I did go over a little bit where the molded eye was just to give her a longer eye as well as this more rectangular eyebrow. And I did give her a side look because I absolutely love dolls with a side eye. I mean, I just think it's so pretty. And so yeah, here's me drawing on the face. Her eyelashes did give me a little bit of trouble just because I've never drawn eyelashes with pencil on a 3D surface before, so they're not the best that they could be. So here was the first layer, and I did end up going in with a second layer just to lay down the actual color with watercolor pencils as well. And I gave her pink and red freckles, which I think are so cute, and they do mask the stain a little bit better. And then I went in with acrylic paints, brightened everything up. Wow, look at that, wow. I gave her her catch lights, which just really livened the face up so much. I'm really enjoying how she's coming out so far. I went ahead and painted her nails all black on the left hand and all white on the right. I also used the white to touch up her lips a little. I then went in with the face blushing, which I completely forgot about, so this should have been the first step, not the drawing. So I blushed her nose, cheeks, contoured her face a little bit. Just gave her a little bit more life to her face. And then set it again with one more coat of MSC. For her hair, I have black and white acrylic yarn. And we are going to be turning these into not really wefts, but we're going to be unraveling it to give us the textured, fluffy hair look we want to achieve. And it took forever. I mean, I thought doing my last guy's locks took forever. This took even longer, just the untwisting and the untwisting. And because it is such a big head, I did have to do a lot more hair. And there's the first weft, or chunk. I went ahead and just cut it straight off of the pencil and put some super glue on and just placed it how I wanted it. I'm doing a half and half look just like in the sketch, so the left half of her head will be all black. And here it is completed. Oh, look at that. Look at the texture. It's just so pretty. Now for our white yarn. Same process all again, just unraveling and unraveling and unraveling.
And while I was doing this, I watched the live-action Bratz movie, just for, nostalgic reasons. And again, we put the hair back. Look at it. It turned out so well. I have these frightfully tall 17-inch Draculaura boots that are not in the greatest of condition. So I'm going to go ahead and paint one boot black with white details. And paint the other boot white with black details. Like I said, for this doll, it really is just black and white color palette. I didn't want to distract from... not so much distract, actually. I didn't want to add to the pink skin. Okay, I've got some black cotton fabric here. And I am just tracing around her leg for the right size. And then I cut it, and I also cut a white cotton fabric to make her a set of leggings. I sewed down her leg to make sure they fit correctly, and then hemmed the bottoms. For her shirt, I put a little more detail into it. I had to plan it out. I have her front piece, back piece, sleeves, and ruffles all planned out, as well as the clasps I would use. And the footage of me really doing the shirt kind of got deleted, so you mostly just see the end product. Sorry. But it's all by hand, and I just basically did what the pattern says. Here's one sleeve. Then I had this chain and these little jump rings, and I made her a simple necklace, as well as 2 earrings. With the leftover ruffle, I had a D-ring, and I just wrapped around the D-ring with the leftover ruffle. Just a layer of super glue for each one, just to make sure it would stick, no sew. And I thought this made a really cute purse. I also glued on another jump ring as a clasp for our doll. And here she is, completely finished. Definitely tell me what you think, guys, but I really like how she turned out. Particularly her shirt, I really wish the footage had not been deleted, but here she is. I am so pleased with how she turned out.
I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Taking on a project of this size was definitely something new to me. I had never worked with a doll with such a large face to draw on, which was nice for the detail. It was a lot easier to get more detailed just because, had this size versus this size, like, it makes it easier. But it also took a lot longer. It's definitely a fun project to tackle. But if you like this video, be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to ring the bell. And as always, give me more ideas for next time. Bye!